Okay. As some of you may or may not know, last September, on the way home from the Zenith homecoming fly-in, I had an incident with my airplane. I won't get into the details of it, but basically I lost the engine. No fault of the engine, it was another problem that I figured out. And we landed in a bean field upside down. I'll try to put some pictures, still pictures in, to show you the airplane in the bean field. I just thought I would do a walk around now that the repairs are completed. I replaced the nose gear fork, axle. I added a 2-inch spacer block from Viking. We're going to see how that works out. Of course, a new engine cowling, prop, and spinner. This cowling was a little bit different than the original cowling, which they no longer offer because I have the older 110 engine. So we had to make a few modifications to it. Had to add a little cheek here on this side to clear the oil cooler, add an oil cooler air inlet duct. The old cowling didn't fare too well through the whole accident. It's seen better days. Some of my parts that I had to replace. Sorry about the mess in the shop. It's been a busy 8 months. My rudder, top fin and everything got all crushed. It took out the left wing slat, which I had to rebuild. It took out about 3 foot of the left wing tip. So I had to redo the nose skin and replace a rib and some stuff in the wing. The spar was straight. I replaced the wing tips on both sides. They were both cracked. Let's see. I've upgraded to the new full frame doors as opposed to the standard bubble doors. I think they're going to be a lot nicer. They do close a lot tighter and look really nice. The right wing didn't get any damage at all, which is kind of nice. I didn't have to fix anything except for the wing tip. It did get cracked. I think we may have done it in transport to get it home. When the tail got crushed, when it flipped upside down in the field, it drove the tail downward, and it bent and broke all 4 of the longerons back here at the back, so I've had to replace all 4 of the longerons all the way up to the cabin. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's a lot of rivets in this thing. All new rudder. Redid some things that I didn't feel the original builder did quite right. This is now a much simpler airplane, and I'm going to say a much safer airplane in my own mind. A little bit of a new paint scheme. I added the invasion stripes on it. Yeah, I know the stars and bars aren't on there right, but I didn't know any better at the time. But all new paint on everything except for the wings. I did add some nut plates and screws to the back part of the root skin up here. Basically just to make it easier to get that back wing bolt in, and it did work quite nicely that way. A few changes to the inside. I took out the original switches that it had where those plugs are right there, and added Vikings. Let's see if I can get a better picture of it here. Added Vikings switch panel with resettable circuit breakers on everything. So now everything in this airplane is on a circuit breaker instead of a fuse. I've added double redundant batteries, so now I have 2 batteries. One battery is under the pilot seat here. It just seemed like a handy place to put it. I added brake intensifiers to the brakes, which you can't see because it's dark in here. Had some people online want me to give pictures of the interior of the airplane. Well, it's pretty simple. Aside from the seats, there's no interior in here. It all just is pretty simple. Try to keep it light. My little hula girl actually made it through the incident without being scathed at all. I'm not sure how, but she did. It broke out the top glass when I landed and flipped upside down. It did not break the windshield, which I'm thankful for. But again, it's just the grace of the Almighty above that it didn't break the windshield. I did go ahead and replace all 4 of the side windows, basically because they were scratched from, you know, cleaning and what have you. I went back with Lexan Marguard instead of the straight, just standard plexiglass. It'll stand up a little better. I didn't get the tinted ones. These are clear. But all in all, just a quick update. It's been a long 8 months. It has taken me right at 8 months. This is May 29th. And the incident happened on September 30th. But I got my dynon panel up here. The radio's not on. Hello. Primary flight display is up. Everything's looking good. I got fuel in the tanks. I was going to try to do some taxi testing today, but it has turned off pretty dreary and nasty and a little bit windy. So, knowing myself, I'm probably not going to taxi test until a more pleasant day, because it is very possible this thing will get too much airspeed on the ground and become airborne. I know myself. I know me. So anyway, for those of you wondering why I hadn't posted any videos, this is why. The airplane is back to flight ready status. I need to do its first flight. I'm a little apprehensive about it. I haven't flown this airplane in 8 months, but it is a fairly easy airplane to fly. I just have to remember to learn how to land it, I imagine, because it don't land like a Cessna. There's no doubt about that. So just a quick overview of what I've been doing. I hope y'all are building stuff and following your dreams and all that good happy jazz. At this point, I'll maybe have a video and an update when I do the flight. I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much.